Library. So today is an unboxing and it is my Book Box Club unboxing, and the theme of this month is fantasy lands. I'm so excited. Anything to do with fantasy and YA is literally something that I absolutely love. The theme doesn't just sound good because the book sounds good as well. I'm not going to tell you anything about it, spoiler free, until I actually open up the book and the box. I was worried that the theme is going to be similar to Fairy Loot because the books sound quite similar, but I know that they're not going to be the same book, though I'm pretty sure they're not going to be the same book. I haven't got my Fairy Loot box yet. So yes, into the Book Box Club book box. Ooh! So here we go, here is my open last card, which tells me the meet with the author, and this is our Fantasylands card. Oh my god, I love it so much. So on the back, as per usual, it says what's inside. Don't want to look. So it's actually got like a door open, kind of going into Narnia. I like that. That looks cool. That looks really cool. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so let's see if you can see what's inside before me, because I know I didn't do it just then, but can you see? Probably not. Oh, okay. Right, I think there was a useful item in here, I can't remember. But yeah, spoiler free until we can see what's inside. Ooh, okay. Ooh, it's a hat. Courage, dear heart. It's a beanie hat with a line on it. I believe that this is Gryffindor. I love hats. Okay. Wow. I was just thinking the other day that they need to put a food item in here. So this is a cookie and it's got Coraline on here. Is this Coraline or is it the lady in Coraline with the buttons? I think it's Coraline. So this is by Gardners cookies and it doesn't have a flavour, so I'm assuming it's just a cookie. I can't wait to find out their challenge, because if they want me to do something like this with a cookie, then I can't eat it now, even though it's literally looking at me, wanting me to eat it. Oh, what's this? This is a tote bag. I love tote bags. Okay, you can see before me. Does it look cool? Oh, I can see. So it's got as Travers. I don't know if this is someone to do with a book or another book. I'm not sure. We'll have to see the spoiler card. But I love a good tote bag. Tote bags can be used for literally anything. They can be used when you're going on holiday, or like even just to put stuff in your room. Like, tote bags are so cool. Oh, what's this? It's got Alice in Wonderland in it. I love Alice in Wonderland. So this is tea. This is Mad Hatter's tea, loose tea, mint chocolate. Created by the tea people for Book Box Club. Right, this is where I wish we had smell-o-vision, because I'm going to smell this and love it, and you guys aren't going to be able to smell it. Oh my god, that actually smells really nice. When you think of like chocolate as tea, it does make me go, really? But, oh my god, that smells amazing. It actually smells like chocolate, which is really silly to say because it is mint chocolate, but it doesn't smell like tea at all. It actually smells like Cadbury's Chocolate World. I'm going to eat that. Oh, I like them. I love the tin. I love tins. Okay, what else? Ooh, it broke. I think this is a soap. Yes, it is soap. Good. I'm not going to eat it. So this is by Pretty Suds and it includes a Hallmark gem. A gem? Oh, a gem. Okay, so this is Into the Fires of Mordor. It's a handcrafted crystal soap. And it must have a gem in there. I don't know if this is the gem here or if it's part of the soap, but it looks really, really cool. Like, honestly, that looks so cool. I love soaps that are like this, but to actually have something else inside, it's really cool. Like, I know they do those bath bombs where you could get rings in there. I think some rings are worth a lot of money, though I've never tried one. I do actually wonder if they are good, but I think that might be the crystal there. Oh, I want to use it now. Knowing me, though, I'll use it and the gem will go down the sink. Okay, what else do we have? I think that's it now. So now on to the book. There is a couple of little extras at the bottom, but I'm not going to look yet because I know I've said this before, but I did pick up a card once and it did show me the book. Not that it mattered until I opened the book, but I do always worry that it will show me the book and I'll be like, oh, that's the book that I saw, or I don't know, something like that. Okay, so let's open it so that you can see before me. I've given up with trying to open this nicely and save it, so let's just get in there. Okay, I think it might be this way. Okay, so I'm going to close my eyes either way and then spin it, flip it. Okay, I think I've got it. Okay. I don't know if it's the right way, so it was the right way. Oh, this is such a pretty cover. So this is called The Light Between Worlds, and this is by Laura Weymouth. Don't let the worlds you walk break you. Okay. Oh, and it's a signed book plate by the author as well, which is on the floor. There we go. Okay, so let's read it. So how do you live in one world when your heart is somewhere other? 6 years ago in wartime London, two sisters, Evie and Philippa, were transported to a magical realm where they become woodland queens. Oh my god. Now returned to the real world, they must come to terms with an ordinary lives. This is so good. For Evie, it's unbearable. A patchwork girl pieced together from pain and longing, she dreams of the whispering trees and daisy-chained crown. For Philippa, it's a relief, especially now she's met Jack. But all it takes is for 4 worlds to shatter. Philippa's newfound peace. Your sister is missing. As the weeks unfold, Philippa must discover if Evie crossed safely between worlds or if the light was too bright and she fell. I literally am going to read this right now. Because I'm rereading Harry Potter and I'm such a bad person because I cannot read 2 books at once. So I'm going to try and read this while I'm reading the Harry Potter book. I'm actually on the Goblet of Fire now, which is getting bigger. Next book is So Big, The Order of the Phoenix. And then I'm on to Half-Blood Prince and obviously the Deathly Hallows. So I am not on the biggest book yet. So I'm going to try and read this as well. I've never done it before, but I suppose because I have read Harry Potter, not that this makes any difference, because when I read it I literally forget that I've ever read it before and literally remember things that I didn't know existed until I've obviously read it again. So I'm going to try my hardest to read this book as well. I don't know if I'm going to in the end do it. I don't want to neglect my Harry Potter obviously. Now we've released Sirius Black from Arkham Asylum. That is Harry, that's not even right, that's Azkaban, Prisoner of Azkaban. Why am I talking about Batman? Forget that bit. Okay, so yeah, this book looks really, really good and I like the cover. I actually prefer paperbacks to hardbacks, and I love books that have got one of these things in there. Oh my god, look how beautiful it looks. Ooh. I think what really made me go wow, I think, is when it said wartime London. Like, I don't like books that are romantic and like Jane Eyre. Like, I've never read it, but I don't really like those kind of books. But anything to do with wartime London, I'm like, oh my god. But I never really read them. I know The Book Thief was supposed to be a similar kind of thing, but I never read it. I do have it, but I've never read it. But with fantasy books, I'm all in. So because this is like a fantasy kind of YA book that isn't fantasy, it's got wartime London, I literally love it. And anything to do with wartime London, I just think of Doctor Who. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. And the fact that they are woodland queens. I mean, God. Right, so that is the end of that. Before I, don't stop talking about it. I really want to read it. It looks so pretty as well. Do you know what? I might just read the first line. Oh. Look how pretty it is. I'm going to try and zoom in so you can see it. Oh, page 1. February 1944. Oh wow, so it's got like, the next chapter is 5 years later, without looking. It doesn't say anything else. This kind of reminds me about the Memory Tree and the other books that they first started to do. Like, I really, really loved the books that I got from BookBox Club when I first started reading it. I don't think that's got a reflection on anything to do with the books that they've got now. It's nothing to do with that. But when I first got BookBox, I literally read the book as soon as I got it. I think now I've got so many books that I don't have time to read any of them. But I really want to make sure that I read this one because I've been really behind with their books. Okay, so the bottom few little things is 2 things. So 3 Strikes, and this is a ARC book. It's only about, well, it looks like about 30 pages, yeah, 32 pages long. And this is called 3 Dark and Chilling Tales. Oh, so it's 3 books. And Bridge of Clay, and this is a postcard, and obviously this is promoting a new book. And this is author of A Book Thief. I was just talking about that. How weird is that? I didn't see the bottom, honest. Okay, so let me open up my open last card. So this is You're Invited to the Clubhouse from Fantasyland's book, and this is on the 6th of December. So it's quite a while for me to read this book. It basically gives me 2 months. So I do believe in fairies. I believe that I will be able to read this. I have faith in me. But yeah. Okay, so The Light Between Worlds by Laura Weymouth. I love this. Prepare to be transported to an enchanted world teeming with myth and legend and magical creatures. Evie, Philippa and Jamie are whisked away from wartime London to live like royals in a dream world. But their adventures in the fantasy cannot last forever, and soon life back on the real world will lead them to question everything, as though that they thought they knew about themselves and each other. The Clubhouse Invitation: Escape reality and discover the virtual paradise of the Bookbox Club Clubhouse. Chat to the author of feature read, ask her questions and make new friends. A traveller's tote bag with the artwork of Liana, Kangas and Briana Mora. Pack up your otherworldly goodies and discover darker shades of magic. Inspired tote and head for the magical city of Red London. We have the Mad Hatter's Tea by the Tea People. Sip this mesmerising chocolate brew and can be transported to the mayhem world of Wonderland. No rabbit hole required. Oh my god, I love Alice in Wonderland. Okay, the Narnia, oh so it's Narnia, not Gryffindor. So Narnia Beanie by Bookbox Club, point on my head. Be inspired by the ever courageous Aslan and don this exclusive cozy beanie, perfect for wintry escapades beyond the back of the wardrobe. My wardrobe is there, so I might go in there in a minute and see where I end up. We have the Into the Fires of Mordor, soaked by Pretty Suds UK. Make the bathtub your personal fortress and be whisked away to Middle Earth. So make sure I don't wear any rings when I go. With this mountainous soap, scented with orange hashui, features a hidden surprise. So it is Coraline, Shortbread cookie by Gardners Cookies. Close your hopefully button-free eyes and enjoy this cute Coraline cookie as a reminder that sometimes life in the real world is pretty sweet. Just don't go sneaking behind locked doors. And the bookish extras, which was those 2 things I showed you. So that is what I got in my Bookbox Club box. I absolutely cannot wait to read that book. They are doing a challenge now where you can win a box. I did the challenge for last month and I think they let you know like today or the 18th if you win. But yeah, so I don't know what the prompts are. They don't really tell you the prompts until I think it was like a couple of days before. The only thing I have a problem with that is I like to do my feed before, and I think a lot of other people like to do that as well. And also, if we're going to be like featuring this cookie, I can't eat it till I know, if you know what I mean. So I know that they do an unboxing. This time they did one where it's like you and your box, so that's quite easy to do. But it would be nice if they told us before, because then we could like plan it or just take photos now. I mean, I don't know what it is, so I literally have to leave my box until they tell us what it is. So yes, all I'm going to do is my unboxing and do ready. But I have my feed planned for October or November, so hopefully it doesn't matter. Anyway, so that's the end of the box unboxing, so I will see you guys soon. Bye!